ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula 1 racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. We go once and all. The cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is it going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? The breakdown, away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo, cancel the first, you're in the distraction zone. I tried to round up another overtake on 23 trademark. This is round 3.
And Timo are oh, he hits the pit! Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
So what we gotta penalty too, so they can stand at the back together again, just like Timo likes it.
how many times did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another race to SRL. This time it's a big one. It's a tier 1 race. Yeah, just rounding out a week of Monza, and we've had some pretty good races, very interesting races I would say throughout the week. But joining me in the commentary box for this one is none other than Icewind. Hello Icewind.
But some idiot just goes across the line with an 18.4 banker, by the way. That's a pretty fast one. So just to mention that. But yeah, good evening everybody.
Yeah, 18.4 for some idiot, 18.4 for Hugo. So these guys, we saw this last week, were trading blows. Some idiot got the better of that one last time, but Hugo, I'm sure, is wanting to break the run that some idiot has at the minute. I believe it's 3 in a row, or is it 4 in a row he's won? So some idiot, yeah, he's put some money in the bank when it comes to the World Drivers' Championship. But Hugo is up there with him, and Danny Co 19 flat. I think we're going to see pretty much the top 10 on the 18s by the end of the session here, but we'll see a couple of guys probably at the back struggling a wee bit. You see a few rusty times coming in, 123.4 for Noel, a few 20s as well, Terror with a 20 flat, Tipsy Bob 19777, not too bad from him. Legend out there on mediums, but I think it's going to be a case of most of these guys are going to go for the soft tire to start off with. If you can get a medium time in the top 10, it'll probably be it'll do you well
Tier
in
1?
the race.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Legend's trying it right now,
yeah.
but I don't think so. Yeah, I think soft is going to be the preferred starting tire for this one.
Just a quick word on what you said there earlier. It's some idiot has indeed won the last 4 races in a row, and Hugo has been second in each one of them. Legend, by the way, invalidates his lap in the meanwhile. So it's really a showdown between some idiot and Hugo the last, pretty much the last 7 races or so, the entire season mostly. But yeah.
I'm watching Copy as he comes round the Parabolica to start his hot lap, so that's right on board with him as he switches on DRS and he's full tilt towards turn 1. There is a car in front of him. I think it just came out of the pits there, but hopefully they'll get out of the way, which they do indeed. Copy locking up a little bit there, but looks tidy enough as he makes his way through turn 1, turn 2, and it's full power up. I believe this corner here is called Curve Grande. Is that right, Ice?
That's right, yes.
Which is English for big curve.
26-2, sector 1, that's pretty good. Well, actually, sorry, it's not. It's 3/10 of some idiot. I'm. I've done 2 commentaries. Another commentary earlier today again, so I'm a little bit confused with all the sector times. So sorry about that. It's not a wonder sector 1 for Copy.
I was just checking the map here. I can see the 2 Mercs are running pretty close. So we saw this in a few other races earlier in the week where people they're trying to slipstream because it will. I mean, a few tenths will really do your lap time very well if you can get it right. But it's tricky to time it, and obviously you got dirty air as well. So Copy coming around Parabolica again. This time he's heading towards the line to set his first lap of the session. And what has he got on the bank? It's P6 119.4. So I expect. We've seen this before in previous races. Copy struggling a little bit in qualifying, and it's compromised his race run. But obviously he has 10 minutes left. Probably get 2 more runs in. So I expect Copy will have an 18 on the board by the end of the session. But who else have we got on a lap?
Pixel has invalidated his run at least. Alex Burbo coming to Parabolic at the final corner. So we'll see what Alex Burbo can do. He's not a too shabby sector 2 there, so he's gonna probably go up there, so 7th for him.
Yeah, Alex
Just
Burbo
had a copy there.
He's I think he's won 1 or 2 races this season, so he does have potential to win a race. But yeah, he's
been second once and third once, I think. Second in China and third in Austria, I think. But I don't think he's won a race this season.
Actually, yeah, I'm thinking of China where it was wet and he led most of the race. Somebody got him on the last lap. So yeah, he definitely has the potential. Oh, Bance, I'm just following him through Ascari, and he did get a big tank slapper on, was able to save it. Still on a valid lap time, but that will cost him a few tenths, I would say, at least.
The Williams right in the middle of the apex there in the final corner. I don't think he blocked Bance too hard there, so Bance gonna get a little bit of a toe here onto the main straight, and he goes just ahead of Copy.
Yeah, Formula Chris is not Williams ahead there, but he's obviously starting his own hot lap, so he didn't want to back out of that for Bance, but shouldn't harm him too much. As one idiot goes 118.1. What a lap. So the gauntlet has been laid down. Hugo is currently in the garage, and I'm sure he's seen that come up on his board. Hugo actually just leaving the pits right now, so we'll keep an eye on him as he makes his way around on his outlap. And Higgsy crosses the line, P3 from Higgsy. Great performance from him, 18.8. We're starting to see these 18s come in. It's the top 4 drivers are currently on 18. And I think Formula Chris, he's reserve in the series. We just saw him race in Tier 2. And he's a driver that he's just getting better and better all the time. And I think he has dropped assists for this one, I believe.
have to because they're all banned in this tier, so you can't use them. So you have to
Pixel
be no
P8.
assists for this.
Pixel P8 there, and I believe Terror. Did I just see Terror? Yeah, Terror putting in a 119 flat, moves him up to P6.
He pits, so Danny's latest attempt hasn't proved anything for him yet. Yeah, Danny's struggling a little bit as well. I would have expected him to be right up there with Hugo and some idiot, but hasn't so far been able to quite match them today at least. And we saw, of course, Danny having some troubles in the SLR race yesterday as well.
Oh, I'm just joining Legend on board here. He's come around Parabolica, but he was getting a tow from his teammate who's some idiot. And we'll see what time he's going to put on the board here. He doesn't have
Only
one.
starting his lap, Chief, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was wondering why he was right behind some idiot there. So maybe it's just to give him a bit of a... Yeah, you're not going to gain much getting a tow after a Ascari on your outlap, are you?
Nah, but he just overshot turn 1 there, so this is probably not gonna be a great sector 1 for Legend. And let's see what it is. It's probably gonna be 26.5 or something like that. That was a big lockup, or 26.2, not too bad considering the running that deep into turn 1. But yeah, once again sliding in the second chicane, and then Lesmo 1. A little bit of the apex there as well, so this is it's a bit of a scruffy lap for Legend so far, and also Lesmo 2 not the best line possible through there. And then we have the other DRS straight, and then the very fast Ascari chicane. And you'd optimally want to take a little bit more curb there, I think, but Legend continues on his way.
And just ahead of him there, you can see Hugo in the distance making his way through Parabolica. So I'm just going to jump onto him as he... Yep. Oh, he goes wide through Parabolica. And he actually, he comes in. So he's not going to set a lap time this time.
Legend across the line, 19.3 only. But yeah, that was a bit of a scruffy lap for Legend.
And I'm on board with Copy now. He is on another hot lap here for his first Lesmo. And yep, nice and tidy for the second
better
Lesmo.
For Copy. 2/10 up. Danny ahead of him, giving him a little bit of a toe there on the back straight toward Ascari, and then 4/10 up now. So this is looking much more like what Copy is expecting to do there, and kept it pinned pretty nicely through Ascari there. On the back straight toward Parabolica, a very short braking into this corner around 50 meters. It's the apex, but runs a little wide there, and that's, yeah.
Oh no.
The end of Copy's attempt. He can pit there from there, I think. Gonna have to get out of the way for these other people. Let's hope the game doesn't disqualify him for this now.
Oh, he is disqualified?
Oh no. Is he?
Yep. Yeah, the game can be quite harsh. It doesn't give you much time.
Oh no. So he had to be too long in one place, and yeah. That is awful for Copy. He's gonna be dead last then.
Well, here's one to watch here actually. Some idiot is on his final hot lap run, I'd imagine, and it's down to turn 1. Hard on the brakes, cutting first corner and avoiding the second corner as much as possible. Nice and tidy, makes it look easy for there, and it certainly isn't, I can tell you that.
We go towards split 1, and he's a half a tenth up. A little bit deep, I think, into the second chicane. Let's see what the clock thinks of that in split 2. Lesmo 1 good. Lesmo 2 pretty good as well. Early on power onto the back straight, and then it's just sitting on your throttle pedal, DRS open toward Ascari. And he's fractionally down now, so it wasn't the best middle sector for him.
I like the way he just cut the last part of that Ascari corner there. I like that. So I wonder if he will be able to find a little bit of time. He just needs a tiny bit of time, and he'll be in the 17th. But again, running
the lift there. I think he's gonna pit and try another run. Yeah. Yeah, so a little bit scruffy middle sector and the final sector for some idiot there.
Higgsy about to cross the line here. He's currently P4. Is he going to improve? He does. P3, what, 18.5. Some very rapid lap times coming in here, and there's a bunch of guys out here. Fox as well. Fox coming around.
I'd have to say the top 5 is actually very surprising. Of course, Some Idiot and Hugo, obvious, no surprises there, but Hixie, Formula Chris and Fox in 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment.
Yeah, Fox not able to improve that time around.
He's just started his lap, I think. Fox on his way on this final attempt, I think this is. We still have that actual extra minute on the clock there. We with the Spectre bug, and Fox is down on his time in sector 1. Hugo maybe starting his lap. Hugo on his last flyer, I think. Did we lose you, Chief, or are you still there?
No, I'm just mesmerized by the driving of Hugo. I'm trying to absorb the pace here, because yeah, he's another one that makes this look easy, and it certainly isn't. Yeah, so there's somewhere in this track where he's lost a lot of time. I'm sure he knows this. He's probably studied the sector times. Oh, one goes invalid on the second Lesmo. So that's it, done for him, unless he. I don't think he would go for another lap.
3/10 up. Yeah, the game has just now told me that Copy was disqualified.
Okay.
But okay then. We knew that from a couple of minutes ago, I think. But yeah, I think Hugo is out of time. There's no way he's gonna have enough time to pit and do another lap.
Yeah, he's still
gonna go across the line. Would have been an 18 flat, well, but it does not count.
Aye. So who else we got out there? Formula Chris, P4 currently. He's just matching his time, and I think sector 2 or sector 1 time was just marginally off. Is he slowing down? Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's decided to abandon this lap, but he's a huge surprise for me. P4. So I didn't even know that he's no assists, but let alone up in P4 in tier 1, which is fabulous performance from him. Following Timo here. Timo is 10th up on his time. And going a little bit deep into Ascari there, so not quite able to keep it pinned through there the entire way. On the back straight toward Parabolica, and then trying to get this braking zone right, and then early on power to get a good exit to the main straight, and Timo runs wide as well. That is not invalid though. So Timo across the line and goes up to P5, so not
nice.
a bad lap from Timo at all.
Very, very good lap there. Yeah, that's going to do him well in this race. P5, yeah. So as you say, there's a lot of guys up there in the top 10 that we usually wouldn't see. Is Danny Co on a lap here? Or?
Yep,
yeah,
he's on his last flyer at the moment.
So
Some Idiot also coming toward the line. He's 2/10 up, I think, so this is probably gonna be a 17 for Some Idiot across the line. 17.9.
Wow.
So he would have had an answer for Hugo as well, even though Hugo's lap was invalid. Danny is 1.5 tenths up, so let's see what Danny can do. Danny with only a 19 flat so far, and Danny goes wide. Oh no, so that's
yeah, just pushed it a bit too much.
Yep. And is there anybody out there on a lap? Bantz, I think. Bantz, is he on a lap? I can't really make it out.
Yeah, well, it's saying it's about 2 tenths up in sector 1. Yeah, so he is on a lap, according to my Delta.
Yep, okay.
So let's join him on board. He's making his way for Lesmo 1, keeps him nice and tight to the apex, runs out wide on the exit, trying to carry as much speed for the second Lesmo as possible without going into the dirt. He's making this look pretty tidy so far, but Ascari is the big challenge ahead. And he's just got to throw it in with all the wind. Yeah, he's going to lose some time there, but hopefully not too much for Bantz. Might be able to improve a few positions here. Still on for a solid lap.
Could have been all the way up to P2 almost with that lap if he had just kept it pinned there, but let's see what he does. Terror ahead of him is gonna cross the line first. Terror gonna go 19 flat doesn't improve and bans pits as well.
Yeah, Bans pulls into the pits there, so P8 for him then.
Okay.
So look at this lineup. Somebody at P1 with a 17. That's the first 17 I've seen this week actually. So, wow. I mean, there's not much you can say about
That is a huge
that.
time.
Yeah, that is mega. That is absolutely mega. Hugo
Having a look at his
P2.
sector times 25.9 in the middle sector. That is very, very fast. So Hugo on his invalidated lap was about a 10th off in sector 2, but otherwise he matched some idiot there. So yeah, it's just gonna be another showdown between these two, I think. Couple of surprises after that though. Hixie in third, new guy. I've seen him in Rapid Racers, I think, and possibly some other league that I can't really put my finger on at the moment. But Hixie, fast guy. Formula Chris, I believe has driven tier 2 just a couple of hours ago, an hour ago.
Yep.
And I'm surprised to see him up there.
I think, yeah, Sonny's alluding to it in chat. He sent redemption for Chris because he had a bit of a nightmare. I think he got spun out in turn 1 and he was on for a good finish there. So, redemption race indeed. He got taken out a lot apparently, according to Sonny, 2 times in turn 2. So, he will be a bit nervous about entering turn 1, turn 2. But yeah, here's our lineup. Some idiot with that 117.9. The only guy to do so out of this tier. Hugo P2 not far behind. Well, I say not far behind. In terms of league racing, it is quite far behind. It's like 0.5, which is huge. Higgsy P3, Formula Chris P5. And I wonder what the weather's going to be like for the race as well. And then we have seen a lot of safety cars this week.
Sunny skies.
So,
Looks like sunny skies today.
Yep. Dry race it looks like, and the guys will be selecting strategy. What do you think about the guys at the back? Do you think any of them are going to go for a cheeky alternate strategy here?
I mean, you can try the medium soft strategy if you can, but I don't think it's really as much of an advantage as it is on some other tracks. We'll see what the people starting at the back outside top 10 think about that, but I would expect quite a lot of people to go on the softs straight away.
Yeah,
if you do, you can just throw the hards on and go to the end from pretty early on if you need to.
Yeah, and they want to basically, DRS is key to this. It's going to gain you a lot of race time overall. So
mediums there.
Let's have a look and see what these guys have selected on. Yeah, so there are
Nico, Danny, Alex Burbo and Tipsy on mediums, and then Copy all the way to the back of the field. Copy after getting disqualified in qualifying for spinning out the parabolic, and he had to stand there to let the other cars past, and he got disqualified for his effort. So that is unfortunate for Copy, of course.
one to watch at the back for sure. Copy's going for the medium tire strats, so will be pretty rapid at the end of the race. So we'll see how he does in the first stint. It's going to be key to a good result here for him. He's in damage limitation mode right now.
Bajarn, I think, making his first race in 2 SRL. He's of course seen him before in SLR, but good to see him in 2 SRL as well.
Timo up in P5 though.
Yeah,
that's one to watch. And Timo is.
Oh no, Hixie has left
no. Yeah, I was on him when it happened, so that is not good. I wonder if he's going to get that tire bug, the absolute zero tire.
We gotta get a massive jump start from him, or can he actually get his car under control here? I don't actually know how this works, but he might get the absolute zero bug, I think. Just earlier in LOR race that I commentated with Hearts, we had a guy get that bug, I think.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? But these things happen. Yeah, but I was saying there, Timo P5. I mean, if he does this thing where he doesn't pick up penalties, and it does him well at the end of the race. So if he's able to keep up there with the top 5 guys, he will do very well in this race, I'd imagine. Summit though is not known for getting many time penalties either, so
yep.
Here we go. Ice, do you want to call the start of this one?
Well, I can try. I'm not very good at it, I think, but let's see. So the cars are lined up to the grid, and we're gonna get the starting lights. 5 lights are on, but we're gonna have to wait a little while longer. Gonna follow the revs of the leader. We're away, and Some Idiot gets a good start, but I think Hugo got an even better start. So Hugo is already ahead of Some Idiot going into turn 1. And Hugo takes the lead, or just Some Idiot managed to actually outbreak him out on the outside there. So Some Idiot, Hugo still going side by side. I think at the back, nothing special happening. There's a contact with Timo and I think Legend at the back there, so they're falling up a little bit. Some Idiot and Hugo still going side by side through Curva Grande toward the second chicane. And I think Some Idiot is going to keep that lead after all. It looked for a little while there that Hugo would get him there, but not quite.
And Danico's had an absolute rapid start. He's up to P6 on those mediums.
Oh, yeah, he's probably benefited from the whatever happened with Timo and Legend there.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Higgsy had a part to play there as well.
Down to 10 P10 as well. And Danny under pressure from Terror and Timo. But yeah, keeping that P6 so far.
Yeah, I think Higgsy definitely has this. Yes, Higgsy's off.
No.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his tire temps at the minute. Let's see. Higgsy 10-second time penalty.
Yeah, going on the grass as well. So, yeah, I think those... can you see the tire temps?
Yeah, it's actually 100 degrees on there, which isn't too hot. But yeah, I think he definitely had issue at the start there. He fell right off the pace, Some Idiot. Setting the fastest lap there on lap 1. Oh, and who is that going for a move? It's Bance on the inside of Fox. And Fox just running out wide. Bance. Oh, 3-second penalty for Bance there.
Yeah, he had to cut turn 1 a little there. So already 3 seconds for Bance in 1 lap.
Formula Chris is doing well here. He's holding on to the top 2, Hugo and Some Idiot. Dips a wheel in the dirt there. Doesn't lose too much time from that. But look at this. Some Idiot is already pulled out.
What has happened to Danny? What has happened to Danny?
Oh my word. Danny has been on the pits, so he must have got damage after that start, that rocket start he had.
No, so Danny is all the way at the back on hard tires now, and this is basically just waiting for a safety car for his race.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, did he get damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see any damage on his car there. It's possible that I just didn't pick it up, but yeah, it's what a shame after such a great start from Danny.
Hugo just within this DRS range, and that is going to be absolutely crucial here. 0.8 at the minute, and this is a lap where DRS is activated, so this is it. 0.7. As long as he can keep that 1 second gap down, or keep within that 1 second gap, he will be good. Just to have Some Idiot pull him along for a bit. And I think he's having to use a good bit of ERS, but he still has 50% left in the tank. Some Idiot was 70, 65%.
Just having a look there at the back, Bance is right on the back of Fox here, and going into the second chicane here, and is he gonna try and outbrake him on the inside there, and just forces Fox a little bit wide there, and I wonder if that was a bit argy-bargy between them, but Bance picks up the position anyway, so Bance up to P4.
Yeah, Fox not making it easy there, but Bance getting through up to P4. Nicely done. So he's got Formula Chris up ahead, who's getting dropped a wee bit by Hugo and Some Idiots. 2.4 behind. I wonder if Bance can claw that gap down from... It's currently 4 seconds. But we'll keep an eye on that. There's a yellow flag. It's a Merc.
Pixel,
it's Pixel,
I think. Pixel pointing the wrong way. He's turned his car around, and yeah, those tires are at 132 degrees according to my screen, and that's what it looks like when he tries to get underway again.
I think he did a shack there.
Yeah.
Last lap shack attack. Yeah, so he's fallen off the order. So a couple of guys struggling at the back, but up front, Some Idiot. Now DRS open. And, oh, what's this? Fox has made his way past that Bance before the first corner, using that DRS that we're talking about. Good job to him.
And this, oh, and Terror gets it big time sideways, and he's on the gravel in turn 1, so, turn 2, sorry, so Terror losing a bit of ground there. Drops all the way down to P9 actually, so that was a bit of a big mistake from Terror.
Yeah, just behind that, Tipsy got overtaken by Copy. So Copy is making his way through this field right now. He's up into the points. So doing very well, and he's got Terror up ahead. Not too far up ahead either.
Trying to follow all this action. Bant's got DRS and Fox, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Who is that?
It's another
It's
Merc.
the other
It's
Merc.
Null.
No.
Yep. Same place as the as
Yep.
Pixel.
Yes, and oh no, he's gonna have to reverse, and yep, not a great race for the Mercedes-AMG Petronas team today. At least it happens in the video games sometimes. So. In real life, they win absolutely everything. So, yeah. Hugo just chilling in that toe and DRS of some idiot at the moment, that they're just basically driving away from the rest of them. But Formula Chris still doing a brilliant job in P3.
Oh, Bant's going for a move. Bant's going for a move on Fox. Swings it into the inside like before.
A bit of contact.
Yeah, Fox is not making this easy, but we know what Bant is like. He's not going to give up on this move. He's got the inside line here, and he will build a... Yeah, he's got a bit of overspeed here as well, using overtake. He's running out of overtake, but is this going to be enough to get the move done? It looks like it is. Yeah, he's up to P4.
Looked like Fox almost lost it. They came together a little bit at 320 kph there, and somehow he held on to it.
And just behind us, we've got another battle. It's Legend on Timo. These two guys running pretty tight together.
Timo in a great position here as well. We know Timo rarely picks up any track penalties, so let's see what that pays off for him at the end. Sorry, my English is not that great today.
Fox is done well here to stay close on the bands for this start-finish straight DRS, which... Oh, and Band's getting a nice run out of Parabolica. He's not got much ERS, is the problem for Bant right now, is Fox does have a little bit more, and he's probably going to go for the same move Bant did. Oh, he's too far back, so he's not actually going to go for a move. Bant's...
Yeah, I didn't deploy there, so... Oh, and at the back actually, Legend gets Timo behind them.
Timo not fighting that one too hard. He's probably going to try and stay in Legend's ERS here. Sorry, DRS.
Tipsy also able to hang on to Copy here on those medium tires, so Tipsy is not doing too bad either in P11 on those mediums. Oh, the Mercs are squabbling at the back on the main straight. Both of them kind of overshoot turn one a little bit, still side by side, and I think Pixel is gonna get that move done. Yep, so Pixel is up to P15.
Yeah, it's weird to see the Mercs at the back, isn't it?
Yep, Danico is catching them quickly on those hard tires. Danny, of course, with some kind of damage, I guess, on the first lap of the race.
Bant's 3 seconds.
That's 6 seconds for Bant already. It's not good for Bant, but his pace at least seems to be coming back, because we last week we also said it in Spa and saw it in Spa. So
oh, is Fox going to...
coming back there? I think Fox gonna go for it now.
Yeah, he's got the run on him. He's going to go around the outside to SRL. Pixel 3 second time penalty, but Bant, is he going to send it down the inside here? Is he going to try and hold on to this one? He tries to get a switch back, and he's got to watch out because Legend's right on the back of these guys now. And oh, Bant and Fox touch. That could have won. Yeah, that could have worked out really badly there. They could have won off. I've seen that before, but thankfully both cars remain on track for now. And this is a big train behind these guys.
Yep.
Oh,
Legend right at the back of Fox now.
Pixel, another time penalty. He's in the pits at the minute. 5 second speeding penalty and a 3 second one popped up there for him. So not good for Pixel right now. But yeah, these guys, Bant has got a DRS train right behind him. And it goes right back to Alex Burbo in P8.
Yep. Bant's trying to get away from Fox. Legend, Timo, Alex Burbo behind them in the DRS range. I would expect the soft runners to pit pretty soon, I think. Well, maybe not yet, but lap 9 or 10 or so.
And Terra is looking to join this party as well. He's just outside the DRS range, but he probably will be within it pretty soon as these guys are holding each other up, it seems. And Tipsy Bob and Copy and Co are not far behind either.
Tipsy and Nico hanging on to Copy's DRS pretty nicely. They're on same tires, so that's nice to see from Tipsy and Nico.
We got Legend on Fox here. Fox got the inside line on Curve Grande. And Legend trying to go around the outside. He will have the inside line for the second chicane here. Is he going to hold on to that line? And he does.
Yep.
And Fox cuts the corner. Fox, yeah, he would have got a warning for that, but no penalty flashed up there. But yeah, Legend getting that move done just by holding his racing line.
The next who's interested in Fox, Legend actually crucially now dropped from the DRS of Bands, but he's going to try and deploy to get back there. He does actually, so he's now within a second, or was at least. He's dropped again, so Bands, if he chooses to deploy here, which he does here, so he's probably going to be able to drop these guys from his DRS range. That's good for Bands' race. Gonna need some, Legend goes a little wide there. Bands goes on the inside to try to break the toe effect, and yep, Legend doesn't get DRS, Fox does. And it's pretty close to Legend in turn 1, but I think he's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, this is high level stuff here. You know, anyone makes the slightest mistake and they're gonna get pounced on. So it's high pressure situation right now playing out.
Yeah, Hugo and some idiot in the lead just basically trading blows. Hugo just sitting in the DRS, charging his battery. He's got a full battery pretty much. So this is basically like esports. If you watch those events, they just private each other's DRS and charge their batteries and then try to attack on the last 2 laps there. So yeah, Hugo and some idiot just running away with this race. 6.4 seconds to Formula Chris now.
That gap Bance had to Legend is completely vanished here as Legend looks like he's going to try and go around the outside of Ascari. No, it's too wide for Ascari though. It's the Legend and Fox. Fox, yeah, opportunist move there, and he gets it done. Yeah, I think Legend had to back out of that move for Ascari on Bance, and Fox just pounced.
Emo and Legend now. But he's gonna have to back out of that one, I think. And Alex Burbo getting interested in this fight as well. Now it's basically a DRS train all the way to Copy now. Oh, and is somebody ghosting up there down the road? Was that Timo?
I think I saw Legend lag there for a second, but look at this, it's too wide. No. Oh, Timo switches to the inside and he cuts the corner and keeps that position. I think he had to do that though. Alex Burbo was looking, he was having a little look up the outside, around the outside of him there, as Alex Burbo does indeed get past Timo on the exit. So
grip out of turn 1 for Alex Burbo. Yeah, Timo just missed his braking spot into turn 1, I think, and had to take evasive action of Legend ahead of me not to run into him, and yeah, that gives Alex Burbo the position.
So I think these medium tires are starting to come into the life of their own. These soft runners are going to start thinking about pitting around about now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to pit this lap. I think it's lap 10 now, so this is about the what do you say? Pit window?
Yes.
Oh my god, my English is horrible today. So we'll see what some idiot and Hugo do.
Terror picking up a 3 second
No, they go for another lap. Was that Terror?
Yeah, Terror, 3 second time penalty, yep. Just pushing a bit too much for Ascari, I think.
Look at this train from Bands all the way from P4 to P10. It's basically a DRS train. And a couple of guys pitting now.
Yeah, we've got Fox and Legend. So that places Alex Burbo at the front of this DRS train right now. Oh no, it's still Bance. Oh, Bance makes a mistake in the first chicane, and that's allowed Alex Burbo to close right up on him.
Around him.
Yeah, he's going to go around the outside of him, and yeah, Bance, costly mistake there. You don't see them very often.
I think those softs are on the not in a very good shape at the moment for Bance. So Bance losing that position to Alex Burbo. Now he's just gonna try and hang on. Oh, sliding all the way. Oh my word, how did he keep onto that? So hey, Timo on the inside now into Lesmo.
Oh, and he
together.
hitches
Oh,
from
no,
Will.
Timo's around. That
Oh.
was just inevitable. I saw that coming because you can't. I've said it so many times. If you're side by side into Lesmo 2, you can just the tiniest bit of contact into the other guy's side foot, and oh no, Timo's around again.
Oh no, it's all over.
Yeah, the tires
Timo.
are just completely done for Timo. I wonder if does he have a puncture maybe? I'm getting horrendous camera angles here.
I'm not sure, but look at this. Hugo is in the pits, but some idiot stays out on it's now 11 laps on those softs. We've seen this before in the last race. He said I think it was 1 or 2 lap extra.
Yeah, no, but I think I said it in the last race that some idiot always seems to prefer to do these overcuts instead of undercuts. He manages to do that with his tire wear, so some pit stops going around in the back there. Formula Chris as well. Hugo coming in out in a pretty good position actually, just behind. Well, I'm gonna have to clear Nico and Tipsy Bob. Yeah, Formula Chris is actually in a good position. He's got 8 seconds of clean air ahead of him and on track.
Interesting stuff here. Timo, the big loser at the moment, down in P15. He's on fresh mediums, but yeah, the Merc boys are the only guys behind him at the moment, and we saw them struggle in the first stint of the race.
Yeah, one thing, Chief. Just look at this undercut that Fox and Legend did on that Bance, because that Bance has lost about, how much is that, 4 seconds to Legend there, and even more to Fox. So that undercut was pretty strong from them. Danico, 3 seconds for him.
Somebody in the pits, so I'm going to watch him as he pulls into his pit box here, and we'll see where he comes out, but I'm thinking he's probably going to be pretty safely in front of Hugo, but what's the gap going to be? Hugo is
getting a pretty nice toe here though.
Yeah, he's getting DRS, and he's going to be bit by Tipsy and
oh, look at that! Hugo coming for some idiot that he's going to have so much more overspeed into turn 1. And some idiot is going. Oh no! There's crashed there. Nico hits the back of Tipsy Bob, and some idiot is on the outside of Tipsy Bob there. And yeah, Hugo is into the lead of the race, but I think some idiot will be able to catch him with just a little bit of deployment there.
Oh, that was crucial that he got past Tipsy there. I think if he hadn't have, it would have held him up and maybe given Hugo that necessary gap to some idiot, give him a bit of breathing time.
Yeah, I think Tipsy would have actually had him there, but Nico ran into the back of Tipsy there, and that unsettled Tipsy's car into turn 1. So that got the run for some idiot to get through, and yeah, he's gonna be able to just follow Hugo on DRS now. Oh, that's a lot of action there. My voice is not helping me right now very much. I'm just gonna have a look here. Some idiot has 2 warnings. Hugo has absolutely nothing on his board.
Oh, that could be crucial, yeah. Nico, 3-second time penalty pops up there. He's P6 currently. Still has to pit, but not doing too bad. He's hanging in there.
Yep. Trying to see here, like Formula Chris and Fox are maybe Legend as well. They're in the best of positions after Hugo and some idiot who are pretty much in the clear. They're almost 10 seconds in the clear from Formula Chris. But is anybody actually even going to be able to challenge Formula Chris here? Because they're going to have to catch him by a 6 seconds or so, or even more than that. It's going to be interesting to see, because Formula Chris, of course, a tier 2 driver. I didn't know that he's no assists, but here he is. Absolutely showing great pace today.
Yep. Good to see. Higgsy making his way up to P12 just past Terror. So these guys have just come out of the pits, fresh tires on. Not too far behind Bance. But Higgsy, yeah, he was pretty good in quali. Must have had an issue in the first stint, but making his way through the field here. And there's a bunch of people still have to pit, and there's another time penalty for Bance.
Yeah, that's not gonna do wonders for Bance's hunt for points. I think he is up to 9 seconds now.
We have another Merc off. I think it's Noel, a Parabolica. Trying to get
Legend
himself
picked
back on
up 3
track.
seconds as well.
Yeah, Noel's about to be lapped here, I think, by Alex Burbo. Yeah, he does indeed get lapped.
I'm having a tough time making any sense of these race directors here, but Formula Chris has only one warning, so he's doing really well. Fox, I think, has either 1 or 2 penalties. I'm not sure what these invalidated lap times actually mean, but yeah. Legend has 6 seconds. I don't know, I guess we'll just gonna have to look at them toward the end of the race. I'm not even gonna try to make sense of them for now. Yeah, we still have, in the top 10 we have 4 guys who still have to make a pit stop. Alex Burbo and Copy, who are leading the race at the moment. Tipsy Bob and Nico.
Ooh, Nico making a mistake just as you
Oh.
mentioned his name there.
Yep.
Just as you said his name, I joined him and he's in the gravel trap. So he was running
Yep.
very close behind Tipsy, but that's allowed Tipsy to run up the road. Look at that, 2.6 seconds just from that one mistake. Just showing you how costly it is. Just the slightest error. Alex Burbo, 3-second time penalty up in front. He still has to pit, but that 3 seconds, yeah, it's not gonna do him well as this race plays out. We've got just over 12 laps left of this one, and I wonder when are these guys gonna pit? Is it gonna be this lap or next? Do you reckon? Oh, it looks like
Some idiot and Hugo catching some traffic here. Copy is gonna pit to this lap. Alex Burbo goes on for another one. I think Tipsy, let's see what Tipsy chooses to do. He's gonna go for another lap.
and somebody pulls out. Looks like he's thinking about a move there into turn 1, but no, thinks better of it. Bajarn, 3-second time penalty. But yeah, I think
Bajarn's had a bit of a quiet race at the back there. Yeah, Copy. Let's see where he actually comes out. I think he's gonna come out behind this train here, possibly ahead of Terror. No, Terror's gonna get him. There's so much more overspeed on that main straight. There's a Copy down in P12 on those fresh softs. And I wonder, did Nico have a front wing change there as well? I don't know. Maybe not. He's pretty far away. Anyway, Copy instantly gets Terror into the second chicane, putting those fresh softs to use. Danico 3 seconds. Is Danny gonna be able to get those tires to the end?
that is a good question. Yeah, but, I mean it's his only hope of getting points, really, isn't it? At this chance, or safety car would be the other option.
Some idiot is gonna go for Hugo on the main straight now. I think DRS open, and he is gonna just breeze past Hugo on the main straight. There we go. So some idiot reclaims the lead of the race as Alex Burbo also pits, and Tipsy Bob as well. Formula Chris gets back up to P3, but he's 11 seconds down the road from Hugo. Followed by Fox and Legend, and then
comfortable
Alex
gap.
Burbo is actually going to be ahead of this train. That's great for him.
Yeah. Oh, and there's Danny Coe's making his way through turn 1, and he's got that Bance, Higgsy, and Copy all over him as well.
Yeah, they're all deploying everything out of their battery onto Curva Grande toward the second chicane, and they're still side by side with Bance here, so this could be potentially disastrous. Bance never gives up an inch, and they somehow they get through to 3 wide into Lesbo 1. Higgsy trying to put it on the inside there, and is he gonna actually make that stick? I can't really. I'm getting absolutely horrendous camera angles, but Bance, I think, keeps onto that position.
Yeah, Copy. I'm on board with Copy. He's got the best view of this, and yeah, Higgsy past Bance there. Oh, and what has happened to Bance? He's lost a lot of speed here as everybody's making their way past him.
I'm not sure what's happening here. Bance is just losing ground. Copy just flew past everybody there, and it's up to P8 now.
Aye. So this has allowed Terror to close in on this group as well, and Tipsy Bob 10 seconds behind on fresh shots. I wonder if he can catch up with these guys by the end of the race. Nico 3-second time penalty. Oh, and Bance going very wide there from Parabolica. I think he might have got a warning for that. Definitely over the white line.
Copy is gonna get Tixie here as well on the main straight, isn't he? Yeah, easy pickings for Copy. Into turn 1. Overshoots it a little bit, but yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
Wobbling behind Copy continues because Bance, Higgsy's chosen to deploy a little bit, so no side-by-side action through Curva Grande this time around.
Yeah, great race so far for Copy. I mean, he's doing everything he needs to do after that bad start he got from the disqualification. From P17 to P7 at the minute, and he's looking in good form here. He's got 3.2 as a gap to Alex Burbo, also on these fresh softs, and up ahead of them is the guys on medium. So maybe they might catch him by the end of the race.
Yeah, I think Alex Burbo for sure will catch Legend and Fox in the next few laps here. Whether Copy can do that, he's 6 seconds away. I don't know, we'll see, I guess, in a little while. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Who is that? It's one of the Mercs again. It's Noel.
Alex Burbo as well has a 3-second time penalty. We need to take that into account. So Copy is P6. Technically, Alex Burbo setting the fastest lap of the race, 121.1. Bajarn is out of the race. Are we going to see it? We see a full course safety car.
Oh no!
Bajarn is at Ascari, so he's lost it on the exit of Ascari. And
I think this probably means that if let's see who can actually. There is nobody who will really like superbly benefit from this. But I would expect some idiot and Hugo at least to pit for softs here because I think they can afford it now.
Yeah, so this opens it wide once again, because like drivers like Timo and Pixel, Noel, and guys at the back there are going to be brought right back into this, and time penalties are going to be massive.
Timo is going to pick up softs now in the pits, and this might actually bring Timo back after that disaster he had earlier with was it with Bantz or whoever he challenged in the last Mo 2? And,
yeah, it was Bantz. Yeah,
around there.
Just hooked his wheel and sent him flying into the dirt.
The field is massively spread at the moment, so this is kind of going to be interesting. What is actually going to happen? And yeah, some idiot and Hugo into the pits, so they're going to pick up softs, and I think just about everybody behind them is going to do that as well. But could this actually play into Alex Burbo's and Copy's hands if everybody held them pit?
Yeah, because they don't.
Chris into the pits as well.
Am I right in thinking Alex Burbo and Copy they don't have to pit?
No, I don't think they do, because especially Alex Burbo, who has even 1 lap fresher tires, he's only done like 1 lap of them, so they're not pitting, and they're gonna get some positions here. Yes, Alex Burbo just breezing past up to P4, and Legend didn't pit, okay. So he is leading this race.
Interesting. Okay, interesting.
It's actually a racing .12 at the moment, but of course Legend is gonna have some idiot and Hugo and fresh softs behind him, and that's, well, yeah, good luck holding off those two on fresh softs, but yeah. And Alex Burbo and Copy picked up a lot of positions. They're up to P4 and 5 for them. That is great news for them.
Tipsy Bob as well. He's on 2-lap old softs. He's up to P7. Nico P9 on 3-lap old.
True. So this has completely changed the end of the race here. Copy has got back to his old form, and he doesn't have a single warning so far. Last week he uncharacteristically picked up 1 penalty actually. No more penalties for Copy after that. Some idiot still on 2 warnings. Hugo clean slate. Alex Burbo has 3 seconds. Copy nothing at all. Formula Chris has, I think, 2 warnings maybe. I'm not sure if one of those warnings is from lap 1, so it might be something else as well. Tipsy Bob has nothing at all. Fox has like 5 invalidated lap times, whatever that means. I'm not sure. At least 1 penalty or 2 penalties for Fox. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to see at the end of the race what are the end results after all the penalties have been applied. So yeah.
So Noel is the biggest loser here. He's still a lap down, so he's not. Yeah. He's not going to be brought back into this one. But Pixel has been thrown a lifeline here. He is P15 at the minute. He's way back. He's in the second Lesmo, and the lead. The safety car's just past. Well, it's actually at turn 1. So
this is probably gonna go on for at least another lap or 2. Pixel is only now coming to Ascari. The safety car is already through turn 1. It's like 40 seconds of work to do for Pixel until he can catch them. Timo is closing on the safety car train now. It's just Pixel that we're gonna be waiting for, I think.
Bajarn in chat is saying Monza is hard.
Yep.
Yep,
I
it
can
sure
agree.
is. It sure is.
I wasn't feeling too bad in the yesterday's race, except for the wet conditions. It was just absolutely horror in the wet. But no rain today in this race. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. What can Legend possibly do on those 9-lap-old mediums against these fresh softs behind him?
He's certainly going to have his hands full. This final stint, we'll keep a close eye on that battle. I imagine somebody and Hugo's going to want to get past as soon as possible, but it could hold him up a bit and could open the potential for the guys behind to try a move or two.
I mean, yeah, I'm just having a look. There are a few people who didn't have penalties. Tipsy Bob was one of them, so that could. I don't know. Let's see what we can do here, but Tipsy might be in a surprise good position here.
Yeah,
he's
and
got.
Sorry,
yeah, he's got a little bit older tires, but yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say the fact that the safety car stand out for 1 lap extra just plays into his hands a bit more. We'll give him a bit more life for the final stint here as Legend is out front here. 10-lap-old mediums, 2 under the safety car. It's going to be a big, tall order. I wonder what's going to happen here. This is we always like this here. You know, it's not good for the drivers, especially the ones who were leading. But for us, final kind of stint shootout is epic.
Yeah, I kind of didn't pick that up that Legend would be ahead of these guys after if he doesn't pit. So this is definitely interesting to see what's gonna happen here because it's all open now because Samidiet and Hugo have to clear him very quickly if they want to get away from this pack. But I think they might not be under too much pressure from behind. Alex Burbo on 4-lap-old and Copy on 5-lap-old soft. Yeah. And where can Timo jump?
Yeah,
after all of this?
that's the big one.
Where can Timo jump?
That is the big one.
Probably gonna get points again anyway. He always does somehow. Would expect safety car in this lap on this lap, and there we go. So.
Oh, here's another thing as well. Legend and Samidiet are teammates.
Yep.
So I wonder if that will play a factor here, as Legend is backing up the field a wee bit as the safety car runs on to Parabolica, but yeah, Legend will become effectively the safety car for this one as he's weaving his tires, something shocking, and there is a 5-second penalty just flashed up there for Noel at the back, so he's had it coming together with someone.
Emo.
Uh-oh. And I'm just trying to look at Legend's
aggressively
tires.
coolly warming their tires up, and Legend is choosing to go now.
Yeah, he's got his tires up to 90 degrees, 100 degrees.
He's got a brilliant start. Legend is away, and I don't think Samidiet is going to be able to get him on the main straight here unless he jumps absolutely everything out of his battery, or Legend lets him go. He doesn't choose to do so. They're still warming up their tires, I think, or is he just weaving to get past his teammate? I'm not sure. Sword fighting out at the back there, 3 wide into turn 1. That's Bans, Nico, and Danico, I think. And Nico gets the worst of it and just loses the position. I think Danico is going to slip past him as well.
Hixie with a time penalty in that debacle as well there.
Some idiot goes through. Does Hugo go in the same opening there? Yes, he does. Just forces his Legend off the track there a little bit. And Alex Burbo also through, so Legend getting it all wrong. I think he just tried to let his teammate through, but yeah, so Hugo just forced his way through as well.
There's a lot of action here as Timo and Terror are side by side for the second Lesmo. I just caught them going for the first Lesmo together, but Timo coming out front there. No incident this time around. That was the place where his previous incident happened, and look at this, Pixel is all over Terror, actually hitting the back of Terror and going down the inside for a Scary and gets hit off.
Oh no, Terror, that's Pixel, sorry, who spins around.
Yeah, it was a bit of an ambitious move from Pixel there.
And there's a wall there. Pixel, is he gonna be able to get anywhere from here? It's just breaking those polystyrene blocks there. But yeah, some idiot is away at the front. 1.1 seconds to Hugo now.
Fox is on the back of Tipsy here. Is he going to send it down the inside for turn 1? He does not. He's happy enough to follow Tipsy through for now. And that bans another time penalty for that bans in P10.
Yeah, that's the end of his point scoring chances. Formula Chris trying to challenge Copy. Unable to do it. Yeah, oh, and Pixel, yeah, retired in the pit lane, okay, so...
And I'm just thinking here, Copy has no time penalty, so he could well jump up to P3 here. A podium spot is on the cards. He plays his cards
think about this, like, one guy who I'm really feeling for at the moment is Formula Chris. He was doing such a brilliant job there in P3. And the safety car has just dropped him 3 positions, basically. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3, but that's Pixel's car, I guess. But yeah, look at the gap from Summit, let's say behind Hugo, 2.6 seconds, so they're just launching away into the distance.
Oh, Fox gets past Tipsy Bob before Parabolica, so, and DRS is enabled this lap. Tipsy Bob won't get it this time round though, but Fox getting up to P7, so Tipsy down to P8 at the moment, and has Higgsy right on his tail. Oh, is Tipsy going to go for a move here? Oh, no,
I think he's just thinking about it, just showing his nose in there, but yeah, nothing of it. Danico and that band's fighting at the background there, though. Danico, I think, is going to keep that move. He already passed that band on the main straight, and yeah, Danny is up to P10.
Oh, and Formula Chris is on the back of Copy, right on the back. He's almost pushing him through the second chicane here. He's eager to get this move. He's really dialed into this track right now. He's able to harass Copy, and Copy being held up a little bit by Legend on these older mediums.
Copy needs to get this move done, but he's too far back, I think, on this main stretch. He's getting a really bad exit out of Lesmo 2 there. DRS open on the back straight, but he's too far back from Legend. And this is just basically a huge DRS train from Legend all the way to Terror. 10 positions.
Yeah, I've got my eye on these gaps here. They're all running pretty close from Legend right back to Terror, so I'm trying to see who's going to put the next move on.
Just 2 laps to go across the line. Hugo 1.1 seconds still away from Some Idiot, so Some Idiot seems to have this covered. He's got those 2 warnings, so he can't afford to take a single warning anymore, because that'll hand the win to Hugo.
Oh, Copy run the outside of Legend, sorry Ice. Oh, and there's a bit of contact there, throws Copy out, and Formula Chris gets past Copy, makes the most of that mistake. Don't know if it was a mistake or if it was a bit of contact caused that. The Copy is falling down to P6 now, and now it's Formula Chris's chance to have a go at Legend. Legend doing well to hold off these guys, but let's see how he does against Formula Chris.
Yeah, Formula Chris really needs to get this move done on the second DRS straight here toward Ascari if he wants to keep the other harassers at bay. Copy seems to be struggling a little bit maybe on those 9-up-old softs, but at this point, and I think Formula Chris choosing not to deploy here, so he's not going to go for it. He's saving it for the main straight. Timo is gonna send it into Ascari. Oh no, Nico. Okay, that's a bit dangerous, but Timo seems to make that move somehow stick. Wow, that was brave from Timo.
Yeah, Terra getting past Nico as well there, as Nico had to take evasive action, and Tipsy Bob getting passed by Higgsy. They're running side by side for Parabolica. Who's going to get the best run out? It looks like Tipsy's just edging it for now, but everybody, they're all weaving all over the show trying to break slipstream from each other, and it looks like Higgsy is able to get past Tipsy Bob for turn 1, and let's just see what's happening. Oh, Formula Chris makes a mistake and is just about able to hold on to that position, but no, Legend has got the inside line, and it does give you a little bit of a benefit taking that inside line for Kirby Grande here, as you can see, and Formula Chris stuck behind Legend. Legend doing everything he needs to do right now to keep these guys behind him.
So I think Tipsy Bob is in a great position here if he can just keep it on track, because he doesn't have a penalty still. We'll see what happens here. I wonder if Alex Burbo has done enough to keep that third place. We have yellow flag somewhere. That's another.
It's another
one of the
mark off,
mercs.
yeah. It's another mark, but yeah, this is it. The final lap, the final 2 sectors. Somebody up ahead is looking like he's got this one in the bag, but this is where the battle's happening back here. Oh, and Danny Co. Oh, and there's someone off into Iscariot's Fox. Goes straight into the wall. He's out. He's out of this one. And I'm trying
Some
to.
idiot gotta win this race. Some idiot across the line. Hugo second.
And Formula
So
Chris.
that-
Formula Chris gets past Legend, a Parabolica. So he's up to
I think
P4.
he might get P3 here because he doesn't have a penalty. Alex Burbo is across the line, but Formula Chris gets him on penalties. And well, okay, so that's timing bug right there. Hixie won the race apparently.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So what were the end results there? I couldn't quite catch them. That was too quick for me. So we'll see in a second, I guess.
Well, we definitely know some idiot won that one, unless he picked up a penalty we're not aware of. Hugo second, and I think it was was it Formula Chris P3?
Yeah, it is some idiot Hugo Formula Chris, Alex Burbo in fourth, Copy fifth, Tipsy Bob sixth.
Wow.
So absolutely wonderful for
GG,
Tipsy
Tipsy.
today. And then we have Legend, Terror, Danico, and Timo rounding up the points finishers today. I'm actually not sure where Hixie was in the middle of all of that, but Hixie had a
Higgsy just got past Tipsy, I believe, on that final lap.
yeah. Hixie, I think, had a 5-second time penalty from the pit lane, so I don't know. We're just gonna have to try and calculate the results again after in the FIA, I guess.
So is it Tipsy P6 then? Yeah, I think, and I think Higgsy would be just behind him maybe, but well, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a pickle to sort that one out after the race.
Hixie had that 10-second, rather questionable 10-second penalty, rather, but I think he's got that 5 seconds from. I don't even know what it is from. I'm gonna have to try and quickly have a look here in the race director. Hixie ignoring yellow flag. So I guess we're gonna have our hands full in the FIA after the race. Oh well, a bit of a messy finish there, but anyway, some idiot continues his winning streak, fifth race win in a row for him. Hugo, his fifth P2, and I think Hugo has the fastest lap of the race as well. So that is 19 points to Hugo and 25 for some idiot. So some idiot stretches that lead by another 6 points. Formula Chris actually got back up to that P3, which I would say is where he rightfully should have been in the first place after that brilliant first half of the race he did. And yeah, Alex Burbo fourth, Copy fifth. No penalties for Copy today, and Tipsy Bob probably sixth. We're just gonna have to confirm that later on.
I'm gonna bring in Formula Chris into the chat here. Hopefully, I can see he's muted. Oh, there he is. Formula Chris, how are you, sir? What a race from you. P3 in the bag. We saw you in Tier 2, and you were looking pretty good until those incidents you had, which were
until turn 1 on lap 1.
Yeah, that's not ideal, obviously, but you made it. I mean, obviously, you're pretty pacey around this track, and P3 in the end. So, how was it for you then?
To be honest, I'm really happy, and I don't know what happened. Like, I was trying to overtake Copy. I felt like I'm faster on track, but I just couldn't make it because he had slipstream from Legend, and then he had DRS on him. So yeah, but finally when he tried to make a move on Legend, he outbroke himself, and I somehow made it on the inside. And yeah, I just knew I have to overtake Copy because it's only me and him that didn't have penalties. Legend had like 6 seconds and Burbo had 3.
Yeah, we could see Copy struggling to get past Legend. So whenever Copy made that, I don't know if it was a mistake or a bit of contact in turn 1 where you got past him, but you were on the back of Legend then, and it was your turn to try and get past Legend. So, how did you do it? How did you approach that, and how did you get there moved on Legend then?
So I tried in turn 1, but I slightly outbroke myself. Then Legend was on my outside. I didn't see the red indicator because my HUD was here, so it was invisible for me. But then I realized that something is pushing me to the left, and then I realized that he's on the gravel almost, and yeah, I'm pushing him off. So I gave him back the position, and then on after Ascari, I had a good run, so yeah, overtook him. And I was also lucky because I thought Berber has got 6 seconds of penalties. He had only 3, and before the Ascari on last lap, it was 3.3 gap between us. So very lucky to make it.
Well, good job, man. It was a pleasure watching that and calling that one. It was good to see you perform so well, especially in Tier 1. You know, these guys are absolute, like, the highest level in 2SRL right now, so it must feel good to see a podium. And is this your debut race in Tier 1 as well?
Yeah, it's my debut in Tier 1, so
Oh,
I'm pretty happy about that.
You set a high benchmark for yourself now.
Well,
So,
I knew that my pace on Monza is surprisingly good, so I thought maybe like P4, P5 would be a very good result, but I never thought of a podium, and like yeah.
yeah, well, good job, man. And Iceland, I don't want to put you on the spot, but we didn't discuss driver of the day, and I think for me,
Oh yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, for me, Chris, driver of the day.
That's
There
a
you go.
double.
Yeah, boy.
I also had a double
Yeah,
in Tier 2.
definitely. I didn't know that you were no assists, by the way, as well. So absolutely
I am.
great to see another no assist driver, and yeah, just complete surprise to me to see you do so well. So yeah, really nice to see.
Thank you, guys. I hope we'll see next time on the interview
No worries,
when
man.
I'm on top.
Yep.
Somewhere out on top. See you.
Aaron,
Have a
enjoy
good
that
time.
one. Yeah, enjoy that one, and we'll see you in Singapore hopefully next week then, okay, mate?
Thank you. See you.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Bring both Hugo and some idiot in.
Yeah, let's go. So,
He's just gone now.
yeah, okay, so somebody join us in chat. You're the race winner. Yeah, kind of getting used to this now. 4 in a row, is it, or 5 now, or I've lost count?
I've been told it was 5 in a row. I believe it. I believe it.
I'll have a look and see, but yeah, it's probably round about there. I mean, yeah, 4. Yeah, 5 it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I just have to say this because I was watching the after the safety car restart, and you and Hugo just went zoom into the distance, like pretty much like the Mercedes guys in the real life do. After the safety car restart, you were like 2-3 seconds faster than anybody else.
They were also fighting really hard. They were
yeah,
fighting
of course,
really
but
hard.
it was just I don't know. You guys pulled 7-8 seconds in 3 laps or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I will have to say I have to thank Legend for that. He helped me with fighting Hugo and then fighting the rest of the field. That allowed us to pull a gap. Helped me pull the 1 second gap to Hugo. I want to thank Legend for that. He did me a really big solid. I'll try to repay that at some point or another. But I was gonna say I had to put on a set from qualifying. I did 4 runs in quali, and that was that was my it was like 4% when I put on the tires. So I was worried the tires were gonna go against me in that final run. But I think they were either equal enough or there wasn't enough fall off in between me and Hugo to have enough of an effect. So I'm kind of lucky in that regard as well. But I mean, car was fantastic. So.
Good job, man.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like you guys were, you and Hugo. It seems to be a trend here. Like the last, well, almost the entire season, I would say, but especially the last 5 races, you guys are in a bit of a league of your own, I think.
I mean, Hugo definitely more than keeps me honest there. I mean, it's very easily he could have won any race that I wound up winning. Excuse me, and I know Singapore next week. I am not very good in Singapore. I'll be dead honest with you. I think it's going to be hard for me to find myself up front again in Singapore.
Gonna be setup work for you the next 2 days, I guess.
Yes, sir. That's it. That's it right there. I have to find something I like. I might try tweaking. I've got something I like from Hungary, and that I might also tweak from Monaco, and I might try a combination of the two there. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Also, I want to say Formula Chris got P3, didn't he?
Yep.
Congrats to him. That's a really good race for him. He was good in the first stint. He managed to. He was kind of in an island of his own. He pulled like a 5-second gap to the rest of the soft runners. I mean, he drove a really good race. So, want to give credit to Chris on that. So good job.
Yeah. We gave him our pick of driver of the day today. So surprise for me as well to see him up there. I did first of all didn't know he's no assists and stuff, but yeah, really nice.
That's
A
like
new guy.
good job from him. Is there anything else I can answer?
Just you know, if you can just write down a kind of step-by-step guide how to be as fast as you, that'd be great. Just PM that to me. I'll PayPal you later.
Oh, there we go. That's I mean, I say on that, and I think one of the biggest components for me is I just try to find my rhythm, what I'm comfortable with, what I want out of a race car, and just kind of build that around what I can do consistently. I'm not the quickest guy ever, but I try to be the as consistent as I possibly can be. I think for me, it's just been a combination of trying to be as literally as consistent as I can. If I'm not the fastest, I can at least I can drive within myself and just make that work. I was gonna say for this race, I was at 2 warnings after like lap 7, and I just had to reaffirm to myself what rhythm I needed to find and not to extend one more time or get a cut one more time, and just stay to that rhythm. I think that's the biggest thing. If we're talking about speed or anything, that's just what it is for me.
Yeah, I think that's really, you know, what I find most impressive is not just being as fast as you are, is not getting many penalties. Because obviously at the top end of this tier, these kind of leagues, you know, the penalties can really make a lot of difference, you know, in finishing positions, especially when you got Hugo nipping on your heels there.
Exactly.
Keeping the pressure on, you know, so it's easy to do, I'm sure, but you did it. 2 warnings and the race win in the bag, and it was pretty. It wasn't easy there at the end. I mean, it could obviously went a number of ways. We were thinking, was Legend going to hold you up, and then I realized he's in a pink car too, so maybe this will work out okay for you. And it did in the end. So yeah, thanks again for joining us in the commentary box. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
maybe just one thing before we send you off. 7 races to go, I think, if I counted that right, and you are leading by 52 points. Yeah, what's your thinking for the rest of the season there?
Just keep on in a rhythm and approach it week by week. Really, I just have to drive within myself like I've been doing, and I think that'll see me through, if I might say. So just keep on keeping on. That's what we got to do.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Matt. Right, we'll no doubt talk to you pretty soon. I would say next week. So we'll chat to you then. Take it easy, Matt.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Can we get Tipsy in an interview here?
I don't see him about. I thought he would be about for this one. A P6, pretty good result for him. In Tier 1 to SRL.
PM him here. Do we want to talk to Timo maybe?
Timo is currently streaming. So
I hope he's streaming something obscene and we can, you know.
wonder if he.
Tipsy is scared to do an interview. What?
I don't see him. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is.
Oh, there we go.
I don't even need to ask you a question, Tiff. I'm just going to give the floor to you and mute my mic and I'll go make a cup of tea.
I just want to say, I thought that was a brilliant performance for you. P6, I think so. I'm not entirely sure with all that weird timing we had with Higgsy's car, but I think P6 for you.
Yeah, so I thought it was P7, but then right enough, Higgsy was, yeah, he got, so that would be P6 then? Frank, that's mega.
Yeah, I think he had that 10 seconds he got probably will be taken off, but he had a 5-second penalty for, I think, overtaking before the line on the safety car restart or something. I'm not sure.
I didn't have even a warning, I don't think.
I can confirm that.
So what would you like to ask me?
Just, just talk us through that race, because you were pretty much there in the mix for I don't know, at least fighting for the points, but I think P6 was a bit of a surprise at the end there with the safety car and stuff.
Well, I don't really race anymore to try and get points. I just literally race just for the fun of it more than anything. And yes, I don't practice. I know that is a problem with some people. I don't think I should be racing anymore because I don't practice, but alas, here I am. And yesterday was yesterday in SLR was effectively my practice for this race. So I didn't really have a setup either. I was trying to farm a setup off people, and I was asking Astro, and he told me just to use the spa setup. So that's practically what I was using. I was using my spa setup for Monza, and just the same old thing, guys. It's just, I'm rubbish in qualifying. It's just I have no raw pace, but in the race I'm kind of usually reasonably consistent. So P14 is pretty much where I was expecting to qualify, because all the guys are just much faster than me. But I knew from yesterday that I could keep a very clean race in terms of avoiding people, and then as well as that avoiding penalties. I don't think I got a penalty yesterday either. So I was kind of betting on that. Plus, I was kind of letting Bance know before the race that in SLR yesterday there was two safety cars, I think, within the first 10 laps.
Yeah,
So,
within the first 3 laps, pretty much, or whatever
right,
it was.
something like that. So that kind of worked to my advantage, because this time I was originally just going to go soft, medium anyway, even be out of the top 10. I was going to do that anyway because it's the more fun and it's the fastest ultimately. Because I wasn't really expecting getting points anymore. But I decided no. After yesterday, I learned the safety cars is an issue, so stuck on the mediums. And I usually find my launches off the line are pretty decent. So I think I got maybe 1 or 2 places up from then, and it was just a case of just trying to keep up with everyone. And then I seen Copy behind me, and I was obviously expecting him to pass me, which he did. I don't know whether he was pushing too much, but I was surprisingly able to keep up with him. Not really using my overtake too much because I wanted to kind of. I've seen in previous races, and even Hugo mentioned it to me as well, which he was completely right, that I was using too much battery. So I took that on board, and I kind of preserved my battery a little bit more. So I was preserving my battery while behind Copy and just using it just to keep within the DRS zone of him. But then I had a reissue and he took off. Then came into the major chunk of my race. It was fighting Nico or Hagrid. And I'm surprisingly, I don't know. So on the back DRS, I switched the lean mode purposely just to save my fuel because I was running low. But also it was kind of trying to bait Nico to pass me in the DRS, because I knew then I could switch to rich and use my battery in the next one, which happened the first time. But then it happened the second time, and happened the third time, and I was thinking, surely this is going to catch on eventually. And then he did get past me eventually on that section, and I was setting myself up
Oblivious
to do
at all,
the
which
same
is
thing
lovely
that I'd done previously and pass him on the main straight. But I just kind of glanced in my camera, and I'm going to upload the video footage for people because it was really stressful. I switched to my rearview mirror, and I seen Hugo was right up my gearbox, and I was like, hang on a minute, there's no blue flags. So normally I would have fought that, but it was on the last corner coming up the DRS. I didn't want to get involved in that, so I didn't fight Hugo. He must have just given it a little bit of a boot of overtake, and he passed me just before the last corner, which suited me perfectly. I was happy about that. And then he, of course, got the DRS of me, and I got the DRS of Nico. But then that's when things got really hot for me, because I wanted to get past Nico, because it was my strategy I was doing every lap, kind of farming his DRS. So Hugo passed and I was passing, but just as I was about to launch my attack, I was getting one last little slip off slipstream. I moved out. Then Cody was coming out of the pits, and I was like, oh, damn it. Because I knew Cody and Hugo were obviously fighting for the challenge. And I know I wasn't fighting for the lead, but I was still fighting for good points. I knew that. So I wanted to get past Hagrid, but I didn't want to get involved in their fight. And so it ended up being, I did manage to get just tucked in front of Nico, and I kept as tight as I could to try and allow space for Cody, and then off he went. And then that was the major, I don't know, tense moment for me in the race. Then the safety car came out, and I already had pitted earlier for my softs. I didn't go in, obviously, so I stayed out. And I was, when the safety car dropped for the back to race, I was at about 16% battery, tire life. And I knew the guys behind me and in front of me had fresh tires, but I also knew that they had penalties. So for me, it was just simply a case of avoiding penalties and trying to keep up within the DRS, because I knew I would jump people on the with the time penalties. I didn't think I would jump to P6, to be honest. I'm quite surprised at that. I didn't think there would be people would get in tier 1 anyway. We get quite so many penalties, but alas, Monza is that nature. So the safety car did obviously help me as well, but I think there was quite a lot of action going on up front. There I seen up ahead of me, there was quite some tasty battles going on, which of course played into my favor as well. So yeah, overall I'm chuffed to bits with that, guys. P6 with no practice. I will keep repeating that, no practice. So there you go. That's my race. Hopefully you've returned from your cup of tea, Chief. Have you made tea? Did I give you enough time? Or do we need to talk a bit longer, Chief?
Is it? I bet he's okay, actually.
Sorry,
there we go.
Sorry, I missed that. Tipsy, could you say that again? Recap that race.
Okay, so anyway, whenever I started qualifying, Pete, no, I'm not reading the chat, but I'm sure people are cracking up.
But yeah, I just wanted to say, because I think we gave our driver of the day to Formula Chris, who did a pretty brilliant race today, and his first race in tier 1 as well without assists and stuff. So good job to him. But you could have been the second mention from my side at least, because you, I mean, as you said, I guess you just need to, I don't know, you would just need to work on your qualifying to really work on it, because you were able to follow Copy in the first half of the race.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I like to check in with Copy. If I can find it, was he pushing? I know I made a mistake near later on in that, and he just took off after that. And it's kind of once you drop the DRS of someone, it's really hard to get it back, because then you have to obviously push with your battery, and you don't want to do that. So I don't know. I would like to think that he was, pushing to the limit, and I was able to keep up, which would be, flattering for me if I was able to do that. But alas, it's always the same with me, guys. It's my race pace is always better than my quality. But I don't know. I suppose if I did really grind the game, I could do a bit better. But we don't need to go over that again. It's I have no interest in grinding the game really. But moving on from that. Chief, are you still there? Are you listening?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
What do you mean just about? When are you going to send me my EGL t-shirt?
Oh, I'll get it to you this week. Don't worry.
Good. Also, is it true that well, it is true, I know that, but you require some voiceover work. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. We will speak about that after. Yeah, we'll get that sorted. That'd be good.
I have to get my VC voice on for that.
Bring back the voice of EGL, yeah.
I haven't done it yet. Hello and welcome everyone. No, okay, don't.
Yeah.
I'm a bit rusty now.
I think Timo was saying, I was asking him maybe to get a new intro video, because he's sick of seeing himself in Spa, the pit entry every race.
But it's just such an iconic moment in the league. It was just golden. It was the most funniest thing I've ever witnessed in it, and I don't mean that kind of to put them down. Just as an event happening in the race, it was just absolute golden. And I'm just glad that we caught it on video. Plus, I'm glad I did it with Bants, because I've done commentating with a lot of guys, and I enjoy doing it with everyone. But I did have something special with Bants, just the banter that we had, and I know we kind of did your head in, Chief and Wimps, with the going off topic, the things we did, and kind of went a bit crazy. But it was great times. We really enjoyed it, and I think the community enjoyed it too. And just that moment in Spa just topped it off for us.
Yeah.
So on that note, when are you doing comms with bands again?
Well, it's just things move on, Mr. Ice.
I know.
Bants has sorted out things in his life. He's doing things, and he doesn't have the time. Me, I get home.
Maybe just as a one-off, some race if you guys find the time. But I would love to see that, hear that as well, because you guys were the first. The commentators who commentated my first races, so when I started racing again.
I think the idea of doing like one-offs, or here and there, now and again, that would probably suit, because, we could maybe try and schedule the time for it, but it's just the reason why I stepped down from it, as many people know, is mainly because I just could not be committed to it anymore. I could not commit myself every week to doing that.
I get that.
Corsa, I was enjoying Assetto Corsa SEC, really getting into the setups, but just every Monday, that grind of getting on there. Plus, then Saturday and Sunday you had the Formula 1 races. Didn't really have time to practice, and like it's just not I just don't have it, just in me just to practice anymore. I know we
Yeah.
kind of joke all the time about our age, but like I'm sure yourself, yourself, Ice. You're my age. The idea of just sitting and just grinding a game every day. I mean, it's just not there
I
for
know,
me
I know,
anymore.
I know.
There's other things I'm doing. So that's why I'll never be able to compete with these guys. But no, today I'm quite chuffed with that. It's wasn't up to what I normally used to be able to do seasons ago. But yeah, P6, I'm chuffed with that. Just kind of just use whatever experience I may have, probably
The,
little of it,
the
and
old
whatever
man still got it.
the old
That's for
man still
sure.
got, but whatever little pace I may still have, I was able to squeeze it out like the last little bit of toothpaste.
Yeah, so at least I guess we're gonna have to see the calculate the end results after that weird timing back, but at least equaling your season best result, I think, or possibly making the season best result will.
No, I got a P4.
That was in SLR, I think. In yeah, okay, sure, but in 2 SRL, I think P7 is your best in Baku, maybe.
Not sure.
I had a look at it there a little bit earlier. I'd need to look it up again, but yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't look anymore.
Yeah, but P4 was Monaco for you, right? That's right.
But see, not to keep you on, because I'm sure there may be somebody else wants to jump on, but I would
think
like.
they're
I've
all
often,
all gone.
I'm surprised.
Just
Still
go on
eight,
for
there's
the next
8 watching.
30
Just as I
minutes.
was about to say it, someone else has dropped out. 8 people watching. Wow. So look, and there goes another one, 7. Like, everyone will drop out, and I'll be left on my own talking. That's all right. I enjoy my own company. But no, I wouldn't mind dropping. I keep on saying dropping down a tier, but it's just the time don't suit me. It just really, whenever I get home and I see Kitty and have my dinner and get my wife a shower, a bath, whatever, and then I sit down and I go, right, let's see what's happening. The race is like, it's usually lap 15 in tier 3, tier 2, whatever. So, I can never make it to be on time. So then I kind of still want to, take part in something. So tier 1 is where it's at, but I'm not obviously tier 1 material anymore. So
Well,
it's
next race is Singapore, Bob, and I know you like your street circus. So how are you feeling about that one?
well, what was it? The last street circuit was Monaco, P4. But, no, I think that was just a fluke more than anything. I don't know. We'll see. As always, I'll probably just take about 2 minutes to practice and yoink a setup, probably off Astro, and we'll just see how it goes. Pretty much.
Okay, so yeah, I don't really have anything.
Why is Tipsy still in the interview channel? Are we still live? Hello?
We are still alive,
Do you
yeah.
realize you're interrupting my fantastic interview?
Yes!
He's gonna have to start all over again now.
I'm literally gonna have to repeat that now.
That's
I
okay.
was just kidding.
I don't care. I'll leave again. Goodbye.
No, it's all right. I was
He's just annoyed you beat him today.
well, I mean, I beat him for like 5 seasons, so this is only like the first season he's beaten me. And it's because I don't play it anymore.
He's had some good results recently, but yeah, today I don't know if you caught that, but Tipsy and him had a bit of a coming together, and
I never
Anson
put.
him.
I
Anson
never-
him. You
I
said
never took-
Tipsy, yeah.
oh sorry,
Tipsy and-
Ben, sorry. Yeah, I'm very tired at the minute. I don't know if you can
That's all
tell.
right. No,
I
well,
think-
look, I can.
Cue to end the interview soon, but
All right. Well, no, just on Timo. I've said before, Timo has really stepped up this season in terms of his pace. Not just his quality pace, but his race pace. He's really, he's really consistent. That pace that he shows in quality, it carries over to the race, and he does a great job. So yeah, Beamer is definitely up there, deserves it. So it wasn't his day today, but alas, I'm sure he'll be back next week.
Yep, and until then, you get to have bragging rights over him. So make sure you enjoy that and mind the hell out of it. But yeah, I think I'll do this for this stream. It was a good one. It was entertaining. It was hard to keep up with the action, but it was myself and Icewind for this one. It was a pleasure as always, and we will probably be next week joining you again for 2SRL. This time it's Singapore, so stay tuned for that one. And we've got a whole week of action lined up. I'll not go over it. The description, the video description has all the scheduling for that. But ACC tomorrow. I don't know what track it is. Bob, do you know?
No.
No. Okay, it's a track. We can confirm that. It will be a track with a race, and that will happen tomorrow at some point. And yeah, until next week then, it's goodbye from myself and Icewind and Tipsy Bob. Ciao, ciao.
Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen.